posted it just to kind of go over really quick because we're not done. But
1 second though.
yeah, you're good.
Go ahead and start the recording.
Already did. Way ahead of you.
Oh, okay. Then go for it, Cosmo.
Okay, so um, I am in the process of migrating all my systems of all the enemies that we have here on the enemy details into here, the level design document, so I can put it in the respective places. And we're gonna work on treasure items and stuff on Saturday. We have a Saturday meeting, but yeah. So we made some traps for every single period, and because of me and Zeke both going back or we're going back. I'm still in college. We're gonna have classes both. So actually, we're gonna instead of 2 and 6, we're gonna have 4 and 4. Just split them up equally with the worlds. Which was what I figured was gonna happen, which is good, cool anyway. Um, so yeah, I mean, if you guys are wondering about what, I just have this highlighted just in case you guys are curious. But that we haven't started working on the levels quite yet, but that's very very soon. That's coming up almost the next step, pretty much. So, because after we're done with the LDDs, it's pretty much then we're working on the actual level right after this. Um. So I mean, I can go through. Wait, is Zeke here?
Zeke is not here yet.
Oh. Oh, he didn't. Okay, it's okay. He might come soon. I'll just keep going. So in the Jurassic period, we're thinking about having like rope traps with like the spikes at the end of the rope traps kind of dangling, and I don't know if I'm thinking like maybe we can even swing from them as long as you don't hit the bottom part of it. That's I mean since I'm gonna be making a level, that's kind of what I'm gonna do for part of it. Boulders are gonna be falling in certain areas. Think of Crash except for 2D in some. Oh no! Don't think of that. It's not gonna be chasing you. It's just gonna be falling. You just gotta dodge it. Vine, spike bundle, these basic vines with spikes, as you would see in games variously about. Zeke might have to explain more about dinosaur traps, unless you guys know what that means. He put that there. There's going to be lava flows in the background and in the foreground, as you would feel like there would be in a 2D platformer. After destroying the boss, everything flips because of the time gem. The fire turns into ice, so then it's going to be an ice world for the second half of the Jurassic period, which is going to be pretty interesting. Objectives are going to be the same for every main, which is retrieve the time gem and destroy the boss for each one of these. There will be another main for some of them, like save Makavo's daughter if it's story related, but I don't know if. So we thought about sub goals as far as like being creative, collecting stuff, finding a secret this, or helping save this is kind of how we went about choosing what objectives we want the player to want to do if they wanted 100% the world, so to speak. But the main goal is the only one the player has to do. Industrial. So industrial period. Is there anything notable I should say here? Is that it's a slow world. The time gem is the slow gem, and the sub goal Makavo's gang names is you actually can destroy an entire gang if you wanted in this world. And rescue the kidnapped victims.
Okay.
That's I guess something key. Oh, sorry. The traps in this world would be loose steam pipes, blazing furnaces. Even though it's not primarily the fire element world, there's still going to be blazing furnaces and fire. But there's going to be some slow gas bombs and lasers. Slow lasers? I don't know. That's just funny in my head, watching what a slow laser would look like. So, yep. And then a quick Cyberpunk version would be that this is the one where there's digital enemies. I know there's been some discussion with some Discord over the artist and concept artist with digital beings, and this is where it's at. Cyberpunk, basically future world, but we renamed it Cyberpunk. So there's demonic blockers that block Time Wizard Co's magic. This is mainly Zeke's creation here. Digital magic rings. This is kind of his bread and butter. He really went all out with this. Digital magic ring summons more enemies as long as the portal is open. To close the portal, Time Wizard Co must destroy the portal. That's what he wanted. And I'm sure. I hope he can come so he can explain himself there a little more. But I think that's self. Maybe it's not self-explanatory. But anyways, loose wires are going to be is the thing in Cyberpunk where it's going to be spread about, just like in Jurassic World, where there's a lot of
Yeah.
spikes and lava areas. You know, Cyberpunk will have some electricity and loose wires and maybe some digital things happening. Uh, we can free the time wizard. Well, sorry, the two main goals is the regular one with the time gem and is destroying the boss, and you can free the time wizard Pan, which I'm always gonna think of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball series when I think Pan right there. He did it on purpose to f with me. And no, I'm just kidding. So sub goals would be to destroy the digital demons journals. Now the funny thing about this is that so when me and Zeke were talking about it, Zeke was like, to destroy the digital demons generals, and I thought he said it 3 times. I thought he said journals 3 times, so I put journals. And then when he read it back, he's like, "Dude, I actually like that. Yeah, destroy the digital demons journals." I'm like, okay. So we're having we're gonna destroy the journals, destroy the mini bosses, which are the generals, and destroy the projection towers. Are all sub goals. Um, I'm just gonna check over here once. Uh, oh, sorry, wrong one. Yes. All right. Next would be medieval world. Rolling spike barrels are going to be the various trap in this. I can't help to imagine Donkey Kong, but it's not going to be like that. But you know, dodge. There's going to be some magical seals, fake armor knights, and some night traps. So the fake armor knights have been in some other games, and it's going to be in this game too, where you're going to walk past some armor knights, and none of them are going to follow you, but some will follow you. Retrieve the time gem, destroy the dragon is the main one, like normal. The sub goals here would be help the fairies that are trapped by the monsters. You just rescue them. Just defeat the centaur knight in a duel. It's the mini boss. Or wait, is it the mini boss? No, it's just a centaur knight. It's a sub goal. Find King Arthur's missing crown. That's a find the secret item type one. He really wanted King Arthur in there, which is you know, in the medieval world, which matches. Modern world. There's gonna be some deep water instead of deep lava in certain areas. Water hydrants exploding in some parts of the city and outskirts, or in the city, I mean. Falling wrecking ball in the construction area, and falling steam beams. That makes sense. And then steam beams can form platforms as they're falling too. I have an idea for that. With level design. The main is the same. Investigate. Now the sub. No, this is interesting. Now the sub goal is investigate the movie theater where the slasher fanatic will be. The slasher fanatic is the mini boss. So why isn't it a main goal? Well, there's 2 ways we're gonna get to the mini boss. One is the normal way. The sub way is if when you see the mini boss in the background moving about, you can actually see him go to the movie theater, or it's like a clue. And then if you investigate it, you will actually find the slasher fanatic early, and you can destroy him there. That's kind of the whole, I guess, idea behind that. Destroy the corrupted phenomenon. Now, it's phenomenon because the boss is the entire building. We don't want the player knowing that's the boss until the end of the level. So in the goals, it'll say destroy the corrupted phenomenon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
one where the building is gonna be in.
Yep. Search for Edwin's portrait. Retrieve it. Is a sub goal. Edwin is a big boss. A huge deal in the story. So that's a big thing. And save the 5 victims of the terror, which is the boss. Space World, another electric loose wire type area. You're in space, and there's 2 different bosses. It's like a twin boss type situation. Think of Twin Nova, like from Ocarina of Time. In that sense, that's the closest boss I can think of that's relatively close to what this is. Now Now, I don't know why Destroy the Mini Boss is a sub. Anyway. Find the remnant of the Apprentice Zoe. Okay. So... Anyway, that's pretty much it because the void area is just gonna be... Oh, sorry. World War. Oh. Ah! Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just fix this quick. Do. H Defiance projectile type force field that surrounds the enemy. Zeke will have to explain that one. But there are self-destroying platforms, so you jump on platforms and some of them will be destroyed as you jump across them. So World War will have landmines, sky missiles coming down, and turrets and barbed wire. Barbed wire will be the common trap around the world. Retrieve is I think Zeke is working on World War. Nope, never mind. I am. I'm the one. Okay. So the sub goal here would be like find a memento of the Time Wizard cause, and that's part of the story. That Zeke can help describe who that is. Destroy the 4 secret bases in the World War era. Stop the Were General's mini boss tank and stop him. Now that's another main. But that's about it as far as like of what I could say quickly about what we've been doing. We still haven't finished it, and we're gonna plug in the rest on Saturday. And then the Void World is basically just the traps. There's gonna be a mix of the traps because the Void World is a mix of a lot of those things. Every time we come to this talk about Void, it's a mix of what you've been through already, and the sub goal here would be like find the 7 lost artifacts, which is unique to each world. It's not a main. It was actually going to be a main objective. We decided last minute just to make the main objective, find the Masked Wizard, destroy the last boss, just to make it like it's an epic ending. We don't want to make the player go do stuff and make them, but if you want to, you can find the 7 lost artifacts and locate and speak to the original Time Wizard, which is a big deal in the story.
Okay.
Which alternates the ending. That's why that's the way it is. That's why there's subtitles, because it's different endings related to it. I should put that, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the high-end chicken spice.
Alright, yep, and then, so, yeah, I think after we're done with the level design document, I'm gonna find a spot. In Discord, should I ask Slayer or something to like pin like certain documents when I'm done with them?
Yeah, we can pin them.
Okay, well that's all I got to say then. With with what I got. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. And welcome to the team, Ken. And a little. Well, I mean, yeah. I was gonna introduce, but I'm just gonna. I mean, we can all like. I don't know what's next.
I appreciate the welcome.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's good to see you, man, and I'm glad to be a part of this team. It's a great team. It's my first one out of college, and I found it to be very very exciting, and it's a nice team. And apparently came in at a time right after some change, so it's all been groovy.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my first team after Full Sail too. So definitely, I'm with you on that same boat.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going into the bachelor degree, and yeah, so we're both in the same boat. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to take after my masters. Trying to find time to chase after my masters too. So I get the
Awesome.
masters in design as well. I already got the bachelors. I want to get the masters too.
Hey, congrats.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you.
I am looking at getting a bachelor's in computer science. But I was originally going for a game development bachelor's, but due to different unforeseen circumstances, both at Full Sail and the school I am currently with, I had to switch to computer science. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, my situation is, just trying to find the right time to where I can just like actually concentrate and commit to it without it having any distractions, lingering around.
Other than that, I don't have anything really done in blueprints in the project. I tried my hand with the C++ before last meeting, and that did not pan out well. So I'm hoping that with guidance from Ken and maybe Cosmo, I will be able to do more in blueprints for the project so we can get more underway as far as that stuff goes.
Absolutely, I don't mind. I would love to help out. Any way I can help out, I'm definitely up for it.
All right. Now, as far as characters, Peter, Hallie and I are working on getting a bundle of characters together because she will be taking some time to work with another studio. So we're trying to get a bundle of characters together so that we can send those to you and you can just start working on them as you can as far as getting the rigging done. That way you're not getting one done and then have nothing to do until she gets back to our studio. So there's a few more refinements on half of the characters that she's been working on, and then we should have the character bundle about ready to come to you for the rigging.
All right.
Oh, that was actually for Peter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hale, have you got any progress yet on the assets that you've been working on?
So he said earlier that he hasn't really done much to the flamethrower. So he doesn't really have anything to show this meeting.
Okay.
But there's still... He is working on the flamethrower for the, I believe it was the industrial age, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. And I just texted Zeke saying it's all good, buddy. We're We're already explained what we talked about, and I just asked if we're gonna still have our meeting on 1 p.m. Saturday. So I'm sure we will. I'm just letting you know we're probably gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're getting really. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
World War instead of industrial for the flamethrower.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's fine, Teo. I just didn't see where you typed that out until after I had asked.
How is the progress coming with your work with Hallie so far on that character bundle, Dragon?
Poe is 99% done. The demon is just ready for UVs and then textures. And the mummy is same, ready for UVs and textures. And then the dinos, they got corrupted, so she had to start over on the dinos.
Oh no.
Yeah. She got halfway through and then she went to open it the next time and it said project not recognized
Oof.
in Zebra.
Before you eat the,
So, and then she is going to work on the killer elves as well, because those go with that sword that I created a while back. So we can get the sword and the character it goes with together.
Okay.
So I think within the next week or so, we should have the first character bundle ready.
Okay. That's awesome.
Okay, I put 4 important documents in the chat for conference room.
Okay, so
For enemy details, LDD, world level details, and the actual game design document as the first one.
let me copy
Yeah.
the text and paste that.
Since we got a new player on our team, might as well. That's why and for anyone else that wanted a quick little reference to where they are being the systems guy, I should be organized. So there we go.
Now,
Hey,
are there any
don't know if there's a.
that can be started working on yet? Cosmo, as far as like the combat system or any of that stuff that needs to be blueprinted?
I wish Zeke was here to help me second this, but I guess I would say basic stuff like Time Wizard Co. starts with 100 HP, and all that's going to be represented by is a red bar of health. So I don't know. I guess like I mean we can start with the health bar UI. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't.
Yeah.
There's also
I know Dan's been working on the UI.
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to be like. I don't know if he actually. Maybe Dan already like has it down. Maybe yeah. So maybe he erased that because I think Dan maybe already had that. Has it. I guess until we start. I mean, we're about to. I love thinking like I wish. I'm a fan of like working on something while waiting on something. So I'm trying my best to.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. But perhaps I think if me and Zeke had like a quick conversation, I think we would figure out what we. But so far, I think maybe nothing until. See, I'm not like my weakness is programming. I know enough to like know how like a game works and stuff. So I'm trying to think of what you can work on. But maybe until we start working on a level itself. But Time Wizard Co. as a character, like the actual blueprints of the character, that would be something we could have a meeting with Zeke, maybe me, maybe Hallie, maybe. Well, I don't know about Hallie, but she made the character. We don't have to have her in the meeting, but maybe me, Zeke, can have a conversation, maybe in a meeting with Slayer or whoever wants to be in it, and talk about it then. So yeah, maybe we should have a meeting, talk about it sometime soon.
Yeah, you're talking about like the player controller stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have there's another system that I can put in the thing. It's controls. Yeah. Yep, player controls, battle, and item system. That's another one I'm going to add to the. Sorry about that, Slayer. I got one more. To put in the doodly doo.
So yeah, I would say let's see if we can set up a meeting for you and Zeke and Ken, and I can try to be there too, and because we also have Ken in the project as well, and Zeke's more familiar with how the project's set up as far as the control than me, so.
Zeke is the lead game designer for this project we're working on, essentially, and That's kind of why all of us are kind of like some questions we'd rather have like more of a confirmation from Zeke. Not that he has to make the decision, but
Yeah.
we kind of all talked about it, and sometimes things are just unclear. So, um, yeah. So he's the lead one game designer for this project. I assume if we do an RPG, perhaps me and others maybe might with more RPG experience will step up more, but or not step up more, but be like a lead. But yeah, Zeke made the story. He's the one that kind of created the whole concept of the game. So, um, but yeah, there are basic things. I guess we like. Yeah, so maybe yeah. So we'll have a meeting, and not to be confusing. Sorry, we'll have a meeting about what probably the first thing we work on for blueprints is like the actual Time Wizard Code player model, player blueprints, and I guess we can talk about it when we
Yeah.
next Wednesday maybe.
So what we could do is get the list of bosses, like common enemies, the mini bosses, the stuff like that done in blueprints, and then
Well, you
we
just start.
can.
Just actually, that's a good point you bring up. Maybe you could start the blueprints. Like, I mean, I assume that's what you're saying. Start the blueprints for those enemies just to have like the models in there first, and then
Yeah,
go and
and that way when we bring the models and the levels in, we can just have everything coded at
Yeah,
that point to where we can connect all the models to the levels and the spawn points and stuff.
right. And so since Ken is kind of coming right into this, so I don't. Maybe one thing to read over instead of worrying about like actual programming right now is to read over maybe like anything to do with like the story or enemy and bosses because there are about 130 75 plus 66 so 141 paragraphs or small paragraphs of each right by each ability right by a lot of these little comments of and we you can put them in order from uh or if you go to bosses, you can put them in order from mini boss to boss, but or whatever. All right, well, yeah, they're in order. They're sorry, bosses on one side, enemies on the other, and right now they're in order by location. So I mean, I would suggest probably story, enemy, anything to do with the game, like getting into it. I suppose as any homework is what I would say.
So, what idea would you have for me to to be prepared for, like to, program as far as programming wise? Like, what would I have to be prepared for to put in for blueprints?
Well, when it comes, I would say first is the player blueprint stuff, which we will go over with Zeke and everyone.
Okay,
But with other stuff, I would say like there's gonna be treasure. There's gonna be basic treasure chest. It's a 2D game. There's gonna be basic treasure chest. So probably like a common event for opening a treasure chest, like maybe that kind of thing. You can start working on first because there's gonna be a lot of treasure chests.
lot trade. Okay, like it's kind of like a loot chest, or animation of opening the chest and all that, and
Oh, yeah, like a loot. Well, I might. Yeah, I think it's just a basic loot chest, I believe.
Okay,
But yeah, so that's kind of all I got until we can have a meeting with Zeke. I don't want to say too much and accidentally say something wrong.
okay, understood.
Not that I'm like, I just don't like want to guide you in a direction. Except, I think everything what we've said so far is a good start to it.
Hey Slayer,
Hmm?
do we have all the one central location where all the documents are located in Discord, or are they spread out yet?
So what I did is I created a handy Time Wizard Co channel in the studio category, and that's where I dropped all of the documents that we have so far.
And
Oh,
everyone have
thank you.
access to that channel?
Everyone should have access to that channel because it's in the
Oh.
studio category. I didn't change any of the permissions, so Yeah, anyone with studio member should be able to access it. So,
Alright.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Ken can hear me where he's at, so I'll wait until he gets back over to it.
hey Zeke.
Oh, hey Zeke, what's up?
Okay.
Sorry.
Tyler?
Yeah, sorry. I thought I could take like a 30-minute sleep. Next, you know, it happened once after doubled.
Oh, you're good, buddy. How you doing?
Fine. I just basically fell asleep. I was busy last night, but just didn't have enough sleep. That's why. Sorry.
Well, good to see you. You're just the man to answer a question to Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Is one of the he's a programmer for the blueprints, so we were just wanting to see. One thing we need to do is get him in the project on GitHub. I already sent him an invite to the repo. We just need to actually get him in the project so that we can get him something to start doing and go from there.
Okay.
So basically, not Zeke has a master's game design. He kind of made the Time Wizard Go story essentially, and the game sort of. So he could probably answer some questions about what to start with programming. I just said start with the character blueprints first when we get to that, and then maybe treasure chests. That's all I got so far for him.
okay.
Yeah, because I felt that the first things that needs to be done is like the treasure. Sorry about that. The character. I meant to say the character for Time Wizard Co. and basically, most likely his movements and like the elemental. Like we want to put elemental damage to him that he can cast and stuff because we was expecting him to have more of a like he has melee attacks and like goes with he could do a quick shot or he can just do like a third like how you do a shooting game. You know, how should I explain it? Like he can start shooting from which game am I thinking of? There's like the where you have like a shooting mechanic other than just your
You talking about the aim, like in Samus Returns on 3DS, where you just aim
yeah
and then
yeah. Thank you.
aim and then, yeah, aim and then shoot, and then he has at the beginning of the game a combo attack of 1, 2, 3 with 1 damage, 2 total damage, and then 4 total damage with 1, 2, 3, and then you can upgrade it. There's item shops at the beginning of each world, and the item shops. It's not an RPG, but it's a platformer, so you can hold an item, and then you can buy an extra item accessory slot, like an upgrade, and you can upgrade your melee to like 4 attacks in a row or 5. I mean, but that's like farther down. I'm just letting you know that eventually it'll become to that kind of battle, 2D action platformer type battle system.
Right. Thank you, Cosmo.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can set up. I can definitely help out with the movements and everything else, and set up the hit animations and all that.
Awesome. No, thank you,
And-
Zika, as well.
And Ken and I can also work on the stat blocks that we have for all of the enemies so far. Like their health and stuff like that. We can set those up.
Sounds perfect. Thank you, Ken, and good to meet you. Sorry, I had have to introduce.
It's good. It's good. It's nice to meet you too. See.
But yeah, Zeke, since you're more familiar with how to work with GitHub than I am, if you wouldn't mind getting Ken into the project, and set up there?
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Let me just open my laptop very quick.
And
I'm
quickly,
not necessarily saying right this minute, just whenever you and Ken both can coordinate that.
Okay. Well, whenever you're free, just let me know, okay?
All right, we'll do.
do you want to meet at 1 p.m. on Saturday, Zeke?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I'll actually plug in the enemies before Saturday, just based on the enemy details sheet.
Okay.
So, is there anything else so far that we haven't covered yet?
I don't think so.
Nothing from me.
Okay.
No questions here.
Okay. You're good, Ken?
Yeah, no questions here. I'm good.
Okay.
Awesome.
I just make sure I keep a lookout on my GitHub.
Mm-hmm. Anything you want to add yet, Zeke? Or
Uh, has everything been talked about so far with Cosmo?
yeah, Cosmo already went through the.
Yep.
Level design document.
Yeah.
No. Okay then. Yeah, there. I can't think of nothing else there at the moment.
Okay.
There were a few things on the LDD that I said if you have questions, go to Zeke because you can explain it better. But otherwise, I did go through. I pretty much went through it.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So since no one got any questions, I think we're good.
Yeah, I can't think of any right now. I'm sure along the as we go that there'll probably be some questions, but I can't think of any right now. And then Ken Slayer made a channel called Time Wizard Co. that is right up a little bit above the conference room that has all the documentation if you have a chance and want to look through that to familiarize yourself with the game a little bit more. Which you can do that at your leisure, no big rush.
What's the room called?
Time Wizard Co.
Time Wizard. Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, you can do that just whenever you have time. Look those over. And,
All right, we'll do it. Definitely look those over. Definitely look those over tonight. Not most likely tomorrow on my lunch break. I'm at work.
I keep grabbing the wrong mouse. I've got my laptop and my desktop right here together, so I keep grabbing the laptop mouse instead of the desktop mouse.
I can't wait to get here.
Say that again? I didn't quite catch that.
Ruru, it's a straw. Stop tilting it.
Oh my god. Sorry.
You were saying something, Ken?
Oh no. I was saying I can't wait to get me a desktop. I'm on my laptop right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Can't wait to get set up.
I found that in Facebook Marketplace for $300, and all I did was put more memory in it. And so far, it does have. I need to get a better graphics card for it, but other than that, it's doing pretty good.
Oh yeah. As long as it's functional and it's working well, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, in a Unreal level, when I start getting a lot of stuff into the level, it starts lagging out and says video memory has been over budgeted or whatever, however the actual terminology is. But other than that, I mean, if I turn the settings down to low, it seems to work all right. So I think it's just a matter of the AMD graphics card that's in it is just not beefy enough to handle all the graphics we're doing. So,
Gotcha.
which is part of the reason why I'm not one of the level designers. But
We'll leave the good work to the professionals.
yeah. So I guess if there's nothing else specific, you can go ahead and stop the recording. And y'all are welcome to. Oh, Hallie's here. So before you stop the recording, if you haven't, is there anything on the characters that you want to show real quick, Hallie?
You, however, have a treat to show you guys. I mean, I started a couple of dinos today, so just
The
a
time
little
is
bit of show and tell if
7:00
you guys
p.m.
are all right with that.
All right, go for it.
Sure. Hey, Allie, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Good to hear.
Hi, Allie. Nice to meet you. I'm King.
Hey, very nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I am doing wonderful.
Hey, that's great.
But yeah, go ahead and share your screen and let's see what you got going on with the dinos, Hallie.
I have a little bit of a treat. He's very similar to a velociraptor, but he's a pyroraptor.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know if you guys heard of him, but I found out that they screened him in Jurassic Park Dominion and stuff, and I guess I also found out he was one of the villains too, so I thought this would be cool for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yep.
Yep, we looking. Spotlights.
Yeah. Let me just get clicked in. Okay. Wow.
That looks
That's
really
gorgeous.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he's a feathery creature, but he's very carnivorous. So, what
That's
do you
my
guys?
favorite little guy so far. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Little tickle under the cheek? You won't bite me.
Fun
I
fact, what they
wouldn't take
call
a chance on that.
velociraptors in
Yeah, I wouldn't mess
Jurassic
with
World
especially
and Jurassic
he's not
Park are not
innocent. I'm
technically
honest.
velociraptors.
Yeah, I would not tickle that thing under the cheek. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't even dare. Nah.
But yeah, that
No,
looks
that is
good
a-
so far.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
really good.
He's gonna be a feathery creature. I have his references and stuff like that I've been using, so I've been kind of studying the reference a little bit. I don't know if you guys are wanting like a mutated version, but I have pictures of what he'll look like. He's very colorful. He's got like some blue markings on him, has this really nice he's pretty carnivorous, and then he has this big large claw like a velociraptor.
That's like if you took a peacock and shoved him in a dinosaur.
I guess so. I mean, you could call it a peacock, but they call him but the awesome part about these guys, they're so similar to velociraptors, but
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
but he's actually, however, a hybrid.
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, you're really good at modeling. That's awesome.
It's really brilliant. I love it.
That's super cool.
And
I like
I
how it's turning out
also
so far.
have I also started a Triceratops.
Oh. Can't tell. I love dinosaurs.
Let me deselect this one.
You know when you in games when you accidentally get behind the head, you know that's kind of what that reminds me of right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mostly working on the Pyroraptor, but we do, however, I do have also I also have other ones.
The player gets to choose whatever world, but I'm starting with when I work on the level. I'm starting with Jurassic, so this is pretty exciting. Get those.
So I
those enemies
have
on the level.
the Pyroraptor. We have you guys a couple of
Wow.
Triceratops,
Oh,
but
that's really dangerous.
we-
Yeah, it's a mean old Triceratops. Looks good.
and we have a. I'd have to say we do have a third. I have to say we have a few other Triceratopses as well, but I have this one for you, Dragon. What do you think?
I like it.
He I don't know the color variation that you might be thinking of, but there's many different varieties that you can apply for a Triceratops too. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I like it. We'll have to uh, discuss with Zeke what color schemes he's thinking on that.
Mostly, I was thinking that with the Pyroraptors and the Triceratops, they would fall under into the mutation category where they fall into becoming like the part of the magma dino species, basically.
Okay.
Now, are you going to want a second version of them, Zeke? Like even after their Jurassic period?
Mm, that was more into like if we was trying to, yeah, because I was hoping that you could create like two types of mutations. Well, not mutations of like these specifically, but any dinos that we could use as like a new type of enemies for like the future for the space world. Because Cosmo, I felt like that we came up, even though we have like a lot of enemies in the list, I felt as though like in the space world there was barely any compared to the rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I just felt like there should be at least two types of mutation type monsters in
Hey,
the.
I'm down for more dinos.
Yeah, I did, however, capture some references for you guys for more dinos. I don't know if you are wanting, let me see here. I picked up the Brachiosaur, the Diplodocus or whatever it's called, but similar to Brachiosaurus, and I also found some references even for a Stegosaurus, but I have quite the collection where if you're looking for a number of dinosaurs, we can put that in the plans.
I mean, we could have a Brachiosaurus be like a well, not level transitioning, more like a unique platform system where
Yeah,
it
you
dips
just
his
gave me a
head.
whole part of one of the levels now. Nice.
Going to include you, was going to include you, Velociraptor, and oh my gosh, I need to see if I can get some permission. Are you guys gonna want like there there was like raptors like the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor. Would that be okay to use?
And not really. I was hoping for I was thinking like, can we do like a more like a unique mixture of dinos that haven't been done yet?
If you would like, we could put something together. So there, when part two, Zeke, we did what we call a hybrid type thing that we had to draw. So we would have to combine like how we would want the reptile to look or animal. And if you want one specific dinosaur hybrid, then we can arrange that. What do you think?
How about just use like that use that AI app that you found before to just mix like a pterodactyl with let me think. Uh mix a pterodactyl with a stegosaurus with uh something that is more something that has big arms as a dino. What dino could that be?
Could
Take away the
be.
stegosaurus and
So I do have one
what's that?
hybrid too.
What's that dino with a metal with a wrecking ball like tail?
That
Oh my
would be
gosh,
the
the
Ankylosaurus.
The Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, so an ankylosaurus. Actually, give it more like human. Yeah, mix it with like a human so it can stand up and like have two arms. There's like those black. That is like its tail.
So, make it a mixture of a human.
No, I'm just saying so it can stand up, not because it's like mixed with human.
Oh, let me write this down really quick. So an Ankylosaurus mixed with what now?
Mixed with pterodactyl so it can fly and it can just slam on the ground with its wrecking ball like hands.
I just typed something into the chat, Hallie.
Okay.
Am I
I'm
right?
so sorry. I don't mean to. I feel so terrible keeping you guys, and I don't mean to waste your guys' time. I feel so bad. You know what I
you're
mean?
good.
You're good.
Am I right,
Yeah.
though, Zeke, with what I typed?
Let me see.
And
Yeah.
also we could mix if you guys would like to come up with your own hybrids. I know we can mix a Stegosaurus along with what if we mixed a Stegosaurus with one of the carnivores?
Could be interesting.
That could be
Like
really interesting.
there is one dinosaur, he's the Kronosaurus. He's got so he has that of a T-Rex, and he has horns on the top of his head
That would
with
be
a
interesting.
Stegosaurus. What do you guys think?
What do you think, Zeke?
Yeah. Let's try it. See how it look.
Okay.
Let me show you what the Kronosaurus looks like. It's really cool. I'm pretty familiar with it. When I saw the new Jurassic World, he's a pretty interesting guy. So.
Oh crap! That reminds me, Cosmo. Do we even got any water levels in the game?
We have water in the modern world for that's as most waters we got is in modern world.
Yeah, but technically you're just in a sewer, aren't you?
There's
It's like-
I'm just letting
it's
you
like
know.
part sewer and part-
no, we don't have a whole like era or a world basically with the water element as a main The
Well,
closest thing is Modern World with certain water, not like puddles, but there's certain water hazards, and yeah, the sewers. So that's so yeah, we don't have, we no, so no.
And if
well,
you guys would like a Triceratops hybrid, we can arrange that.
Also,
We
the Jurassic period has fire, and then it turns into ice. So I guess that's why we didn't really think of a water world. But yeah,
okay, here he is. This
so
is what he looks
I-
like.
Or maybe it was because of the music behind.
okay.
so for
Or
the,
they think you're being turned into a cat as punishment.
I think it will be a good idea to use that fish-like dino that you showed before.
The
Uh,
Chronosaurus.
yeah, and we can put into the space world. We can give it like it basically floats in the air as it charges at you.
Okay.
Try
The um
try to
are
bite you while holding you up into the air and trying to eat you.
Yeah.
oh, so are we thinking we want to use the fish water Chronosaurus?
Yeah, something like that, only instead of being in water, he would be in the air in space.
Ooh, very nice. So
Ooh, that's
what
kind of cool.
do we mix him with?
Um, do you want her to mix him with something else or just him as he is?
I say mix it with something else. Let me think.
Okay.
We could think.
Cronus, let me, and I can even begin to grab his reference as well, so this way we can get him planned out. What do you guys?
Uh, let's see. Alligator like jaw. That's what I already got. Let's see. What else can there be?
There
How
is.
about a long? How about a long tail that we can use as, or like a bladed tail? Like
Wait,
Oh my
well, that would
god.
be interesting.
like it could have like we could use the praying mantis as like an example. But if someone got a better idea, I'm open. Like we just as like it tries to do like a spinning blade attack when it's at a far distance.
Let
So,
me pull something up
So-
here and see.
So there aren't really any dinosaurs that do that, but there's like the iguanodon that we could do with that.
what about the Spinosaurus?
Ooh, that's actually an interesting.
That's right.
He
That
was
would-
actually, yeah, he's a scary dinosaur, and I saw him in Jurassic Park 3.
And then just. That's right. And just leaves.
Let me type him in really quick.
I would also think.
Yeah, here's what he looks like. He's got a huge spine, but if we're thinking of something like this, if you guys were thinking we can give him all the horns that we can provide. What do you guys think?
I love, like, every.
I love it. I love it. And they do a very
Nick,
good job.
up for that? That sounds good to me.
And we can and if you guys want him to feel scary, I mean, I have blood and substance painter, like high velocity blood, if we want him to have like scarring tissues and stuff like that, and drop blood going down his teeth, we can make that happen.
Nah, I think that's good. I think we could have, yeah, just give him iguana eyes.
Iguana eyes?
Yeah, we want.
Interesting.
If you put that on that thing, it will look very freaky. I feel like that would make it give that terrifying look.
Now, Plaxosaurus has a longer tail too. You know, you can use that as a blade. Like,
Right.
Well, I don't blame her with having been in the hospital.
So, yeah, as far as everything, I mean, there's tons of dinosaurs, and I mean, like I mentioned with the Dilophosaurus, we can mix him up too if you guys wanted.
I'm gonna post a image of a dinosaur that looks like it might be something we could use for like floating through space.
Done the whole 24-hour thing.
So this is the Dilophosaurus. Are you guys okay if I make
Oh yeah,
him?
that one looks
Oh
good.
yeah.
Would it be okay to make him?
Which one?
The Dilophosaurus. I
Hey Brian.
make him
Thing
because
just to scare the hell out of me.
I'm dying to make him seriously. I'm just curious, but the reason why I didn't touch him because I wanted to make sure I get permission. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Is that okay?
Zeke, what do you think of the Dilophosaurus?
I can't say that like I'm trying to. Okay, we can have since we already got the Pyroraptor. Since you already did the Pyroraptor, we can, and that's going to basically be part of the magma dinos. We can have the Dilophosaurus on the opposite end where it fights with the frost dinos and the T-Rex.
Yeah, and we could even and if we have to change the Dilophosaurus's markings, then we will. We can even so like what if instead of these designs, what if we can decide to what if we can decide a different color melody, maybe a more erratic design that spells like for the ice or something, or like maybe somehow the ice actually changed his design in winter. What do you guys think?
I like that idea.
Yeah, that would be
I
interesting.
did.
I watched
Yeah.
And then Allie, I posted a image of a reptile-like dinosaur that Zeke said he liked for in space, floating through the space.
Oh,
one.
he reminds me of the Loch Ness monster. He
Yeah,
looks cool.
and then maybe like make the tail look more like a blade rather than
Feels
shaped
like
tail.
he- So if you guys are well, and we also have this stuff. I remember Zeke, I was helping you with these other ones. If we can make them, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'm just here to have a little experience. How about this guy?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that tiger beast that we talked about.
And yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's like another version of the Spinosaurus. What do you guys think?
I like that one.
And like something is totally wrong, and look at this guy, shark humanoid. Like, I mean, they call him a tiger shark, but we can call him something else. What do you guys think? What do you think, Dragon? I mean, come on, you can't pass by this cute face. What do you think?
It's a fucking liger shark.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you guys can't pass by this guy. He's cute. I mean, he's harmless. I mean, well, honestly, carnivorous, but I mean,
If we put those in, we have to take the ones that we just came up with off then. I don't know if we're gonna have enough room with all of them. That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I found these guys on Pinterest, but these were like, I mean, these were kind of the mutated type dinosaurs, even the ones like we
I
were
don't think
talking
you found those on Pinterest. I feel like you use like the AI to try to get you
Oh,
mutated version.
I swear I found these
No,
guys
like
on
literally,
Pinterest.
literally all of those are on Pinterest.
Huh. Did not know that. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
you done? Sir? You done? Just
Yeah, because I have them all here on my anatomy collage page.
And that's nobody's fault.
No, but the reason why my sister likes it is
So if we go to enemies,
Will Smith, he's like, he at least do his best to do justice to the role.
so these are the other attack enemy ideas I have if you guys are interested.
I would say for right now, let's stick to the ones that we already discussed, and then see how many more we need, and then go from there.
Okay.
Rather than getting a whole bunch of enemies and then not having enough game to support that many enemies.
I watched the live action.
Oh, so is there gonna be a poly count?
No, I mean like what Zeke was saying. He's not sure. We don't want to have so many enemies in each level that everywhere you go, you're running right into an enemy.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he's saying. Let's not get too many enemies yet until we see if we have enough room for more enemies.
because yeah, I just feel like we're gonna have to expand more if we have more enemies, and like we at the moment we haven't actually finished the levels, but we need to make sure we're not adding too much that there's like always a new version of an enemy that they will fight, but like we cannot like give it like them type of counteraction. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yes, and here is the mutated version of the Pyroraptor. We can make him look like this.
That could be.
Sounds good.
Kind of reminds me of Talon from Primal Rage.
But I think that would be more for like the Dilophosaurus instead, because remember you said that one was for like the ice dinos. Wait,
Yeah,
no,
Dilophosaurus would probably be better if we could give the Dilophosaurus some things like that.
Yeah, we can, and if you, I mean, like I said, we can even still make a copy of him for a mutated version. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
It wasn't like the Disney version by any means.
Yeah, I've actually been working on making him as scary as possible, so.
So many memes.
Hmm?
Oh no, I'm just reading the chat.
Ask Slayer and Dragon. I love memes.
Yes.
I got a meme for basically everything.
I held back my laughter right now. Okay.
I couldn't hold that last one back. The fall. Just jumping off. Oh my god.
I had to.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so
Don't leave, Tom Nut. You're missing out on all the memes. All right, see you later.
Sam, man,
See ya.
Dale.
I think that's all of it. If like you don't have anything else to show, do you? Yeah, Hallie.
I mean, we have the Phoenix, but it's still a work in progress. You know what I mean?
I understand. Then when you're ready next time, then you can show it off.
Definitely.
Good.
I don't
Actually,
mean to
what
sound like I'm
I mean, I actually want to make a copy and texture one for myself. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, you're fine, Zeke. I was just wanting to try to make sure everything got covered and everything before we got too far into just BSing.
I understand.
Okay, am I good to?
Oh, do you guys want to see the finished demon?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh, finished demon.
The digital demon, I believe we finished him yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, the only thing with him is just the UVs and then the materials for the textures.
Yeah,
Nice.
I
Cool.
believe so.
Did you finish the demon or finish him?
Yep, he's done.
Yeah. Yeah, the mesh is all done on him. Just have to give him the holographic material and then he's good to go.
Ooh, that is super cool.
Okay, what happened? Oh wait, wrong guy.
You know what that really reminded me of?
The general.
The Jersey Devil.
Oh yeah.
Winged, demonic type head, hoofs for feet.
I was about to say Sabak.
Ah,
Or you know what? Our trait.
All right, here he is. Here's the finished version. Don't mind the other guy. So here's your guys' demon.
Okay.
Damn, nice.
Here's the European version.
And then when he's textured, he'll have a holographic type texture where he looks digital.
That's the digital part, yeah. Or yeah.
That's cool.
um,
I was going to. I'm thinking like he could do an entrance where he like just comes out from a virtual ring of fire.
That sounds
Or like what a gargoyle would do.
Ah, yeah, definitely.
just remember, when rigging him, to rig the wings as well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'll make sure
Because like the actual book.
Peter knows that the wings need to be rigged as well.
If these are that, I just want to make sure that Peter has enough characters to rig. So that's why I've been kind of taking a little bit, because I want to make sure he has enough characters to use. Are you guys okay with this?
Yeah.
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 Oh, and did you guys want to look at the mummy?
Yeah. Let's take a look at that one real
That is
quick.
a good one too.
I like it a lot.
Hallie, got a quick question for you.
What's up?
Do you have a base for your characters?
I do, yep. I mean,
Okay.
I have, so let's just put it this way, I own a lot of armatures in
Yep.
my library, so that's why I'm able to make a ton of characters, so.
Gotcha.
Yes, he's a jungle man, but he is not freaking.
Here's the
Tarzan.
mummy guy.
That guy looks. Hold on.
Let me,
The one you sent me on the mummy didn't have as much stuff on his chest as that one does. Did you
yeah,
add?
because, yeah, oh, it did? Actually?
Yeah, it didn't have the beetle thing.
That
Nice mummy though.
I like this, but
I like this mummy a lot.
me didn't have the beetle on the chest.
Real quick, it's not a beetle; it's a scarab.
Okay, there.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
Scarabs were much bigger, and they were actually used to eat bodies,
Scarabs are still a type of
like
beetle.
eat the flesh and stuff like that. But it was also a ceremonial thing. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, it was like purely a ceremonial thing. So if you actually look at the Egyptian culture, scarabs are everywhere in the hieroglyphs.
Mm-hmm.
Like hell, I have one on my arm.
But yeah, I do
I
like
wanted
the.
him to feel like he was hit by a plague before he died, so I wanted to make it really cool. What do you guys think?
Love it.
Like it. What
I
do you
like
think,
the
Zeke?
finished money so far.
I think it's a good idea. We can, yeah, we can say like the scarab could be like mechanic, like the scarab would be like a mechanical. No, sorry, that's just like too little detail. But I was thinking like it would be like a metal type scarab, but like, but that's texture wise. But
Yeah.
either way, it looks good.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know why.
like I had a huge surprise for you guys, so we got a lot done during the week. So
But yeah, he's looking good.
and well, the reason why I was saying we have zombie meat textures, and I can. You remember I showed you that tutorial dragon about the one with substance painter where it says you have been warned? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes over the zombie textures. You can actually, I found out in Substance Painter, you can actually add more zombification within the character if you wanted to. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi, Koopa. Well, no. Okay, bye.
Bye, Koopa.
Yeah. Doesn't want to say hi. Fine, be that way.
So, is there anything else you're wanting to show, Howard?
Other
or-
than, I believe I believe the T-Rex, but ZBrush did its thing the other day and
Yeah,
pretty much
that.
lost the object. But
I mentioned that earlier about ZBrush corrupting the file on that one.
unless you guys would like to look at, there's Mr. T-Rex, but I even set so we have the Jurassic Park type. I have him set for Jurassic Park type and the ice type, so we're gonna get you guys 2 variations. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
And then obviously the Phoenix, I'm gonna open him up.
Oh, he's looking really nice.
Are you
Very
guys
nice.
liking him so far?
I am. What do you think, Zeke?
It looks amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just looked at it now.
Yeah, I can't
I
wait
do-
to see him in the level with Ko.
Yeah, he's actually, like you asked, Dragon, I put him, we have him on the same file with Ko.
Cool.
So he's technically got his bird, but we gotta figure out where we're gonna put
Yeah.
the Phoenix with Ko though. What do
Yeah,
you guys think?
We'll take a look at that and figure out how to position the Phoenix in with him.
Because I know they have. Oh gosh, what do they call those dragons? Because I know when I went to Birds of Prey one time, they had this armrest that a bird would sit on, but I forget what it's called. Is that something you guys would want over Ko's arm?
I think it'll be easier just like you know that spike in the of Ko's staff.
Yeah.
Really all I have
I think it would be better if we could just like take off like the spikes and just make the Phoenix rest on top of his staff.
Okay.
There you go.
Like, oh, you think we should take off this guy?
No, the. Oh, is that part of the staff?
Yes, sir. Mm. Yeah, this, and we also have the diamond.
There's another Tarzan version I grew up with.
So I believe the staff has a couple of stuff on it. I mean, I also have, well, I was going to mention if you want me to entwine a cobra or a viper around the staff, I can.
Not really.
I
Awesome.
would say with the like that head thing, if maybe we could make the head smaller on the staff, and then that would give the Phoenix room to sit on it. I think that the staff would look good that way.
Oh,
That's just my idea, though.
I've been begging him to take me to see that movie. I was like, I'm probably gonna be the last
but yeah, if there's anything, I mean, if you is there anything else you guys? Is there something that you guys need from me immediately that you guys need in a couple days?
I mean, I would say just keep working on the characters we got and getting them ready to go.
Of course. I just pretty much call these guys the first batch, and I need to get the biker snakes their jackets. So I was gonna mention we also have the biker snakes, and they're gonna have their new outfits and stuff like that.
Okay.
Even their sunglasses as well. I still think we ought to do the Bad to the Bone song as they're riding down the street on their motorcycles. What do you guys think?
That would be hilarious.
That would be.
Like as it is actually Ko goes up the street and stuff like that, and there's this music all of a sudden, and then the music starts playing, and these guys step on the street and they try to ram him and everything. It's a good idea. I'm just having a little fun. Sorry.
No, it's good.
It's good to have a little fun every now and then.
I mean, I'm like, I don't know why, because, like, I was thinking, like, why, I mean, because I see it so many times in other games, and, like, I'm just like, oh my god, I wonder what it would be like if we put music along with these guys. What do you guys think?
This one was not quite as bright as
Wow.
Huh?
Oh, I looked up and I saw the two bodies for the snake characters facing each other. I'm like, whoa.
I mean, they're a pug, you know?
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anything on the
There's here's the first snake, but their outfits are gonna be changed very soon. We're gonna get them their biker snake outfits and their boots.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
You are talking, but
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah, that's really
it's
cool.
coming together.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, do you guys agree if they should have a little bit of rock and roll music as they step on their motorcycles? What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm alright with it if Zeke's alright with it.
What do you think, Zeke?
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a good idea anyway.
Yeah, because I was gonna make because I'm gonna make their sunglasses with Z Modeler, so it's gonna be it's gonna be fun to show you guys these. I actually used to draw these guys back in high school a long time ago, so these were fun to make. So
Just don't forget the third one.
of course I will make sure that that gets done for you. What do you think?
Sound good.
And girl humanoid, what do you want her to wear?
Biker vest, since like basically she'll just be just Snake down there.
Okay. You got it. And she's just gonna be like, she'll be like a humanoid?
Humanoid on top. Give her like a mohawk, piercings.
Actually, we have a way to get an easy humanoid, so I can get that for you right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you mean.
So, I mean, are you guys sure you don't want her to have snakes? Because we have plenty. I'm just saying, like if you guys want her to have hair for snakes, what do you guys
Nah,
think?
I wouldn't. I'm really not sold to make her entirely into Medusa.
Well, I was gonna say we own snakes, so there's plenty.
As soon
You know what I mean?
as she said here, I knew you were gonna say something about Medusa.
Yeah, see,
See, I own snakes. I own many. What do you guys think?
Wow.
So, like, I'm so serious, and not to mention we have graboids, we have alien creatures, so we could use these to our advantage. Like, seriously, look at these guys. We own graboids from, Trimmers. Have you guys seen those?
A lot of good ideas for some horror games.
Yes,
Like,
graboids
seriously,
would make
Like-
good conversation for horror type games.
they're like legends.
You want to talk about freaky? Those are freaky.
I really
These
don't know.
guys, they call them the dirt dragons of they call them Hell's Deep dirt dragons. What do you guys think?
I have no idea what those are, to tell the truth.
I mean, if you want to give a sneak peek at these little guys, I'll be glad to show and tell if you guys want. What do you guys think?
I mean, that's up to y'all.
Are you guys okay with me doing show and tell?
I really don't know what a graboid is anyway.
Well, you're about to find out, Zeke. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
I will be right back.
Okay, let me show you. These little guys.
What is that, praying man? No, it just looks like a snake. No, not a snake.
It's kind of like a
heartworm.
worm.
And they have these large talons in their mouth, and when they go to open their jaws, all three of these open and look at what's inside their mouth. I mean, they call them the hell dirt dragons, but they're killers.
That's
what do you guys think?
Keep anyone out.
I mean, come on, you guys.
You haven't seen the movies about them.
Yeah.
They're like the worm from a Doom. You could just said that. Sorry.
Yeah.
If that's on the road.
Yeah, they're. Yeah, I mean,
You're fine.
take a look at these guys. They've got. I mean, the weirdest part about these guys and their territory is these guys. They can't actually see, but in the movie, like of Tremors, if you did any vibrating of any kind, that's how they would get you.
So, like the worms on Doom.
Kind of.
I mean,
sort of like the worms on Doom.
Yeah, so like
you vibrate anything that makes any kind of vibration or sound. That's how they
hunt. Yeah.
And plus, these guys are blind, so they can't really see.
Yeah.
So they just
What do
feel
you
the
guys
vibrations.
Come on, you guys. I mean, you don't want to pass these little creatures up, do you?
Well, I mean, we got quite a few on the agenda for in the game, so.
I know. I'm just kidding, you know.
I understand. Oh yeah. Now that I thought about it, like, if you're going to do the female biker snake,
Yeah.
I said she'll have a mohawk, but I just remember like she's supposed to have braids instead of mohawk.
Well,
Like,
if you.
I went with the braids look just to make everyone think like, okay, so she's supposed to be part Medusa, but actually not. Well, she still has the hypnotic eyes either way. Well, technically Medusa does have hypnotic eyes and more petrification eyes.
What do you think the graboids could be used for, Dragon?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
I'm sure we'll think of something. I mean, there's always Shadow Strike. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or, Slayer's game.
Slayer's game?
Yeah, but that's still several years out. And in order to fit those into the lore, I would have to tweak their design a little bit. Or write the lore for them to actually be there.
That's true, too. But I'm sure we'll find something, whether it be this project or another one. I'm sure we'll find something we can use a graboid in.
And not mention, we do have those face huggers too from Alien versus Predator.
I don't want it to be a graboid, but there's this. I know there's one enemy that me and Cosmo haven't gotten more in depth about, or that I also haven't gotten into more depth with you about either, because I wasn't sure what it's going to actually look like.
That's what I was talking about.
Not the face huggers either. I was talking about the Cosmo. Remember what I said? Like how you meet Evron, the the boss of the modern age. Is he here or is he gone?
He's still here if he's not away from the PC.
Okay. Uh, Basically, when I said like you fight this boss, you first find him in a room where like you think that's him, but it's just a really small enemy. There's like as you could say, like more like a toy type of monster with like flesh on his body. Like a how could I say this? Similar to like the Techrot in Warframe, but something else, or similar like to those attack droids from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Attack droid?
Adaptoids. What's those things that Doctor Stockman used to attack the turtles with? Those little chomper things.
Bowsers.
I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the one?
You talking about the Mousers?
Yeah, the Mousers. That's what it was.
I think that was in
Thanks,
Teenage
Ken.
Mutant Ninja Turtles too, I believe. The Secret to Ooze. I think if that's what you're referring to.
He's
Let
No,
me-
he's talking about the. He's talking about those little Mousers, those robots, those little small robots that chop it, that chop it.
No, there are some enemies that were a little disturbing. I know
just type in Mousers.
Mousers?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ken just said that.
Mouser, Mousers.
Mouser. Oh, these little guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
basically, like when you get to where the boss Evron is, you find this one enemy that's on the ground until you get closer to it, then it starts attacking. Which is supposed to be a weak enemy, like one hit kills it. But when you look around, you think like it's over. It's only when you try to exit the level where it starts showing off Evron's trapping you inside of the belly of his own gut.
What about for Mouser? What do you think? What if they can fly and stuff like that? Because we also have mech wings. I can show you those.
I don't really think they should. They should fly. They should just. I want to make them more like they need numbers to make them stronger, like how the Mousers are in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because like even they were like weak against the turtles one at a time.
Walls. They could eat through brick walls and stuff like that.
Right. They
I
needed
would-
like the numbers to make themselves stronger.
Hey
So-
Ken,
So, like, these are some. I was gonna mention these are some mech wings that we have. If you want to use these for a certain character, what do you guys think?
I say we can also use that for like another variation of like the digital demons. Like some of them could have like mech wings.
Okay,
There you go.
Ooh, that actually would
Awesome.
be kind of cool.
and
com-
there's
com-
something like this too that's got the that can fly, but also has these mech spikes. Also,
Those are
what do you
pretty-
guys think?
I'd
Those are-
say give it. I say use those mech spikes as legs. Give it some. Give it like a chomper type of head, and just attach that to each other, and it should give it like the idea of it being like a small but strong enemy if it got more numbers with it.
Now, this is for your enemy idea, right, Zeke?
Yeah, this is for the enemy that Evron controls inside his gut. Like his literal, like you could call it like his. I was thinking like a attacker blood cell.
So you want to give him legs like these?
Yeah, why not?
So legs, and what would his body be like, if you don't mind me asking?
Just a head that's facing, just like a giant head that it uses just to chop.
So sort of like a spider where he's got the legs and then he's got the head.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna hate me then.
Without the spider spinning web type thing.
Y'all are, all I could say is y'all gonna hate me because I think we can put that enemy together easy. You know what I mean?
Well, then why would we hate you if it's easy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if you guys trust my creativity, we can make him very freaky and scary. What do you guys think?
You got my vote.
Good already.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have him ready for you by tonight. So, I mean, we have the creepy crawlies.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
So we can choose from the creepy crawly library, and we can cut off their heads, and it can be exactly. And we can even put those spikes, and you have your small little character guy. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds perfect.
And all I have to do is use trim react, cut off their bodies, and then we'll attach these little guys onto them. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, this is like seriously what I mean. I mean, you guys would already have this character at your disposal. You guys would seriously have this character at your guys' disposal.
Cool.
Cool. So, is there anything else on the agenda then?
Not that I can think of.
No, I don't think so.
Other than one request Brian had from Ken.
Oh god. Do you want me to stop the recording for this?
Probably.
This is just us BS.